As you can see, I've gotten all of the mushroom compost moved, and I did get a load of wood chips, and I'm going through that right now. And I am just going around the outside. I don't even think I've showed you since Ben and I have started to put up the fence. You can hardly see it because there's no more green. Pulled up all of that fence. And so what we're doing, I had said that I was only going to do one here and then double up. I don't know if you can see the doubled up down there, but Ben is actually going to buy more fencing for me, and he's just going to double up all the way around. He feels just better safe than sorry to try to prevent the deer from coming in here. But as you can see, I put mushroom compost along the edge of this part of the fence. That's on the inside because I'm going to plan on growing dwarves and maybe some mini dwarves. And then on the other side, on the inside there. So because peppers won't get very big to begin with, I can put things all around the edge. But I ran out of mushroom compost, so I didn't get all the way around. But here you can see how tall the fence is. Here's me. 5, 6, 7, it's probably about 8 feet up from the ground. I'm 5'4". Yeah, it's probably 8, maybe a little bit more. So if that doesn't do it, I don't know what will. But honestly, the green fence worked the first year. They did not jump over that to get inside the garden. Like I said, the green stuff broke down, and last year it started to just disintegrate, and they just walked through it. And then once they walked through it, it fell down, and they just realized, oh, this is absolutely nothing to just break through. But if they try to walk through that wire fence, it ain't gonna work. But yeah, so that is what I am finishing up. I'm gonna move this whole pile today. I'm gonna get it done. I thought that I could get all the way around the outside, but clearly I am about, I'd say 3/4 of the way through this. So I started moving it yesterday, and I've been moving it for, I don't know, 45 minutes. It's really easy to move this compared to like mushroom compost or garden soil, because that stuff's heavier. And this, you can get a big scoop full as long as you use a pitchfork. If you try to use your shovel, you're going to be fighting it. So use a pitchfork to move your wood chips. But I've already called and told them I'm going to need one more load, but I think I'm going to call them and tell them I need 2 more loads because I need to go around the entire outside. And then I also will need mulch to cover up the beds after I've got them planted. I'm not going to mulch until I've got all my tomato plants planted and they've been in the ground for like 2 weeks. And then I mulch around them once they've gotten a little bigger. But yeah, I'm definitely going to need 2 more loads. I hope I can get them soon, because I'd really like to have them sitting here waiting for me. Because this load, I think I asked for 2nd week of January, 3rd week of January. Now, we did have a shit winter, so it took them forever to be able to actually get out and do any of their work with the trees. But I'm hoping that I won't have to wait that much longer for the other 2 loads. Plus, I'm going to be asking for loads for my house too. Quite the mess everywhere. It's cleaned up. Lordy. Okay. Nothing to it but to do it. Good morning, everyone. It's about 8 o'clock, Saturday, March 15th. I think I'm right. And I'm just sitting here and I'm looking at my to-do list for today. So this is what I do the night before. I will take a look at what I got done the day before and try to decide on the tasks of what I want to do So I've got today's, and I also did for tomorrow. So tomorrow's supposed to be like really stormy and gross, so I'm going to try to get a bunch of outside stuff done today. That's another thing. I try to look at the weather too, so I can make the most of what I'm doing and like especially in the spring. You know, make sure I do outside stuff on days when it's supposed to be nice and keep the inside stuff for the days when it's not. So today is like, I'm going to try to just be outside until I can't be outside anymore. I want to, first things first is I need to clean my chicken run and coop, and I also want to finish getting my greenhouse cleaned up and everything moved off the shelves so that when I'm ready to put the plants in there, it's ready to go. I also wanted to, I'm just going to take you with me during my day. I also still, and this is ridiculous, I still need to pick out the rest of my tomatoes. This is the bag that I already picked out throughout the year, ones that I've gotten that I'm just like, oh, I know I'm going to grow those. And there's 100 and, what is it? Yeah, I wrote it down, 170. And on my to-do list, I don't know if I'll do it today or tomorrow because it's an inside job. I need to record. I was going to take you with me while I pick out the rest because I need to pick out my dwarfs. I needed to start my seeds for my dwarfs last weekend. That was on the to-do list and it didn't get done. So I'm behind, and I was supposed to actually start seeds for my giant that I'm growing for the hashtag tomato challenge 2025. I was supposed to do that like a month ago, and I still have not started those seeds. So I need to do that still. So that's my plan. I got to start my dwarfs. I also have a baggie of pepper seeds. Last night I went through, and I'll show you. I'm going to take you downstairs and show you the germination of all of my pepper plants. It's been not even 2 weeks, and most stuff has popped up. There were a few things that I don't have a lot of germination. Now, some plants might still pop up. But in the meantime, I'm going to start seeds for some that I know I want some more plants of those. And then while I was looking through my binder, I thought, well, let me start a few more. So I've got like a whole tray, like it holds 32 pots. So I've got a whole tray worth of seed in here. I'm going to start. Why not? You know, extras I can give away. Or like when Lauren and I do the meetup, I can take extras to the meetup and trade or give away or whatever it is that we do. But yeah, I am hoping to start the ones that I've already picked out, the tomato seeds, the pepper plants, and my dwarves. Got to pick out either today or tomorrow morning. I got to do it and record at least part of that video where I would pick out my dwarves. Yeah, so I got a lot of stuff to do. Oh, my eyebrow is like so messed up. I really need to trim these. So let me take you downstairs real quick and show you my pepper plants. I did not record me starting seeds for peppers, but maybe I'll record this tomorrow in a clip. I don't know. We'll see. So I literally just finished editing the last vlog. I haven't put up a video in a few days. I haven't really recorded that much either. I don't know. Every once in a while I get into a funk where I'm like, I just want to get stuff done. And I'm not feeling like sitting down and editing. And so I haven't really, I've recorded a few clips, which we'll probably see next weekend in next weekend's vlog. But I plan on doing some more recording today than I have. Okay. So, I just finished that vlog and I was just like, oh, you haven't even shown a clip of, you know, what you've accomplished. So, the plants are now taking off. So, part, I think, of the reason they were so kind of like not doing anything is because they were just being infested. And my pepper plants are now taking off. Everything has really greened up. And I will say, I think I've got the infestation very much under control. I barely see anything. There's nothing flying around. When I like jiggle the plants, Nothing goes flying in the air. Every once in a while I'll see, oh, okay, there's like one gnat, and one like white fly, but like things are looking so much better. I still need to change out, like what I wanted to do is I was going to dump these and put them in soil that has more vermiculite. I mean, they're doing better now that I think part of their reason too was they were infested with gnats. I still haven't uppotted my Veroni glaze, but they're rooted just fine. I could put them in a pot now. But yeah, like the basils, everything's really looking much happier now that there's no disgustingness. I need to change out that fly trap. That one's gross. Rona is eating her cat grass. Ooh, go cat grass, don't you, Roni? You like that, don't you? It's so yummy. It's so yummy. I like my cat grass. Here are my pepper plants. So, there's still some that are just now popping up. The trapegia. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 popping up. So like blot, I wanted some more blots. King Kong sweet. So like I picked out the ones that the germination, I only think I have like one Superman left, but I'm going to plant it. Will any more of them pop up? I only think I had like 4 seeds. So, but here are, so these are the ones that did not pop up, and there are some I don't have any more seeds for, so I'm just leaving them hang out in the hopes that maybe the seeds were older and it's just taking them a while to germinate. I have had seeds germinate like a month after they've been planted. So I will just leave this tray like this. So, and then over here, someone had told me that you can't germinate super hots in soil. I beg to differ. So yeah, here's my hots, and I have some more hots up here that have germinated. I want you to see this one here. This is Count Macula. Look at the purpliness. Let me see if I can give you a better view. Oop, I'm gonna make a mess. Look how purple the leaves are, and even the stems. Oh my word, this is gonna be a gorgeous plant. I tell you, Matt from Matt's Preppers, he creates some really awesome things. Like I have a bunch of his stuff right here. Got my socks that I'm about to put on in my hand. Let me put those down. But yeah, here's Macula. These are his like creations, his crosses that aren't quite stable yet. So I've got Matapino crossed with Nosegay. This one's an F2. So you can see some of the stems are way more purpley. And then some of the green is more green. Well, I can see it. I don't know if you can see, but there's probably some variation. There's also purple Cacho white that has like a purpley stem. It's so pretty. Here's some more of his. This is Matapino crossed with Calico, which is an F3. And then, which is real purpley too. Matapino crossed with UFO. Matapino crossed with Purple Flash. Like, these are going to be a gorgeous plants. I cannot wait. But I had them on a heat mat, as well as, I think I showed in my last vlog, this tray I had sitting on this thing in front of the wood pellet stove, because it is true, super hots do need their soil to be good and warm to germinate. And some of those were popping up 6 days after, because I planted them March 2nd. The tag says March 1st, but I actually didn't get around to doing that on that day. So everything was planted March 2nd. It's now March 15th. So most stuff has germinated, I think, on some on the 9th. The 10th was like the biggest germination day, and the 11th. So I'm taking Craig's advice, and I actually wrote down everything this year of when I planted it and then when it germinated. And then I'll also take note of when I uppot it. So like tomorrow when I start, today or tomorrow, whenever I start the seeds for the second round of peppers, I'll have that sorted out as to, you know, what I started when it all germinated. But for now, like, the pellet stove isn't going. So these lights, all my lights down here keep the basement pretty warm. I think it's probably, I don't know, 65, 70 degrees in here. It's not cold. It's like comfortable. But it's not warm enough for stuff to germinate. And I've only got so many bags of pellets left. Plus it's warm outside. It's been warm outside. Now it may not stay that way. But usually around this time of year, we do not use the pellet stove to heat the house. I actually use what leftover pellets I have to just heat the basement. I'll like shut the door and keep this basement like super toasty warm. So when I plant either today or tomorrow, I will fire this thing back up. It will heat up this area to like 85, 90 degrees, and stuff germinates really quickly, which is probably good because I should have started my seeds like last week, but I didn't. So yeah, I get my pepper plants to germinate pretty quickly, even the super hots, by just toasting the seeds. Not literally toasting them, but like warming up the soil enough that they'll germinate very quickly if they're good seeds. This is another thing that's on the to-do list. So everything out here has got to be cleaned up. This is a mess. Yeah. And I need to dump all of these out and do the soil, because I think it's 2 years old. Yeah. Well, the orange ones, they're probably dead. I put strawberries in them last year. They did great, but I have like not watered. I'd neglected through the drought. So I'm fairly certain everything in those is dead. So I am going to just dump those and restart new strawberry plants, because I have an entire like 33-foot row bed of strawberry plants, and I'll just yank a bunch and shove in each one of those holes and do the strawberry thing again. But that needs to be done either this weekend or next week. I don't know if I'll get around to it today, but yeah, that's the plan. So let's get started. I'm going to the chicken coop first. I want to get that done. And we're starting to get some germination with our jugs. So this one here is collards. So I imagine a lot of like the cabbages, and yeah, there's Swiss chard popping up. Probably some flowers. Look at that. This one is anise hyssop. So yay, that's some new stuff that I haven't grown. Here's another one. This one is meadowlark kale. So sweet. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff starting to pop up. I'm so excited. I still haven't separated out like all the things that are going to need to be planted. I'm planning on putting some cabbages and carrots and stuff in my greenhouse. Like, what is this? It didn't label outside, did I? Can I read it? See, this is why I like to label the outside. This sort of looks like carrots, but I don't know. I didn't write it on the outside like a dummy. This one here, red Ursa kale. So yeah, all the kales are popping up. I'm excited. Okay guys, so as per usual, I came outside to clean up the chicken run and chicken coop and got going with something else and did not actually do that yet. It hasn't been too long, but you see those bags? I've got a bunch of bags of leaves, and there's an experiment I wanted to try. So, M.I. Gardner, he's another YouTuber, very popular YouTuber. You probably already saw him in a video, but he showed how to speed up decomposition of your leaf mulch pile using this quick start. So it's bacteria basically that people will put into fish tanks to, I guess, eat. It limits toxic ammonia and nitrate and helps prevent the death of your fish, but it will also add bacteria to the leaves, which that is what breaks down your leaves having organic material. So I've got my watering can, and I want to get these bags of leaves out of here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do layers of like a few bags, and then I'm going to pour a gallon of this on it. We're supposed to get a whole bunch of rain tomorrow, so that'll help moisten the pile. But that's what I'm about to do to try to see if I can get all these leaves, because there's a bunch down the bottom of the hill too. And cardboard. So I've got my cardboard that I'm going to use to, I wanted to extend around this mulch to try to keep some of the weed suppression down. So I've been stockpiling my cardboard. So it had blown all over the yard, so I got that all cleaned up. But this needs cleaned up, my compost bins, but I lined because all my cardboard had been eaten up and disintegrated and turned to compost, so I needed to refill the gaps. I still need to do this one, but this needs cleaned up first, which I just keep flitting from one thing to another. Flit, 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 flit. And now I'm going to do the leaves thing. Okay, this is a bit different than it looked a little while ago. I have got this all cleaned out. I had 5 or 6 buckets of leftover mushroom compost. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it, so I just left it sit in here in buckets. So once I got everything cleaned out, I don't know if you remember, I did have wood chips on this bed. So I did use, this would have been very easy to make. Ben could have made me one, but I bought it on Amazon. I think it was like 12 bucks. I just didn't want to bother him with it. It's very nicely made. And I went through real quick. It only took me, 15 minutes to get out all of the wood chips, but I saved like a bunch of soil without picking up a ton of soil. But yeah, so now I'm just breaking up and kind of mixing in the mushroom compost with the potting soil. And then I'm trying to figure out, I have the rest of these, and I really want to clear out this space, but I guess I could just stick them. I don't know if I just want to dump this stuff in a bed. Probably should, like when I go to plant again, use fresh. So yeah, probably just going to dump these and then have these waiting in the wings for some fresh potting soil. Where did I put them all? Oh, the ones that when I cleaned up over like the aphid infestation, I cleaned that all up. Those are all the buckets from there. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do and just kind of level this out. I think I'm going to plant some lettuce again right there. And then, I am dirty. And then depending on what germinates in my winter sowing, I might plant some cabbages or broccolis in here. I don't know. They might get too hot in here because it can get pretty dang hot in here. So I might just maybe get some tomatoes, some dwarves in here, and Lauren and Jennifer are going to go in here because especially in this particular corner, the tomato plants just thrive. I've planted tomato plants here twice in like this little area because the sun comes up and it kind of comes in this area, and then it gets afternoon like shade, and they love it there. So I'm thinking I'm going to plant Jennifer, Lauren, and Keena all in a row here. The 3 tomato tiers side by side. I did get my chicken coop all cleaned up. As you can see, I put some fresh wood shavings in there. And they have kicked those around, but I think I took out 7 or 8 wheelbarrowfuls full of just broken down. It was a lot of dirt, but, also their feathers and just, the mess they created, they build up. And I cleaned their coop too, cleaned it out and put fresh wood shavings in it as well. So they're happy little girls right now. So I think after this, because I did all of the leaves, all of the bags of leaves. So like I said, I did layers of leaves, and then I did the bacteria. Like I put some bacteria in a watering can, just like my gardener did in his video, and poured it all over the top. And then put more leaves on top. But yeah, you can see all that mess is cleaned up by that cardboard. I'd really like to get a load of wood chips and get that mess cleaned up. But yeah, there's all the chicken bedding, which we will see if anything pops up in that. But yeah, I still have my garden to clean up. It's gonna take me a minute. I think I did good today. A lot of progress was made, that is for sure. I just want to finish up the greenhouse. That way tomorrow, if it's raining, I can come into it and plant some things. Yeah, I don't know how long this vlog is already, but I may. I may just end this one here. And it's been a long day. Made lots of progress. Getting tired, but maybe I'll start a new vlog tomorrow. I don't know. But until the next one, I hope you enjoy your day. Bye.